Here's the bread and puppet bus, parked on my street. Because they do performances here at the Theater of the New City. And I guess they're in town now. So, yeah. The famous bread and puppet theater from whatever, Plainville, Vermont. Anyway. That's their school bus. Kind of like a hippie school bus thing. Yes, 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 yes. Hello. It's Sunday in New York. I'm out walking around a little bit in my neighborhood. I'm on just east of Avenue A on 2nd Street, and there's this building that has all this stuff stuck to it, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what's exactly going on there, but it has stuff. So why am I here? Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about a movie that I watched last night. As a way of introduction, I tend to watch a lot of like crappy old movies, like cheapos. Like in a way, I prefer the lower budget, 50s, 60s, whatever, 80s, 70s things to like these, big time productions with $200 million budgets and stuff like that. I don't really bother with that kind of stuff, but so I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. One reason is because I have YouTube Premium, which means I paid for it for the whole year a few months ago, which means I don't have any of the damn ads, because I don't really like to watch video ads or click to make them go away, like you have to do with I watch Rumble sometimes, and the Rumble ads are the worst. They're all kind of health things or preparedness for have a generator when it all crashes and the grid goes down, stuff like that. Neither of which I'm interested in. The streaming channels also have lots of commercials. Sometimes they have commercials now. Like I have Max, so I watch stuff on Max sometimes. And not lately though. The last time I watched something it was Breath of Fire documentary. But Max sometimes has like commercials for automobiles. I don't really need an automobile that can go up the mountain and stuff. I'm just sort of here in the city, so a mountain climbing SUV is really not something that I have to buy, which is delightful to me. And I just ride the damn subway. Of course, most people who ride the subway do get killed. As anyone who does not live in New York knows very well that it is very dangerous. I'm risking my life right now walking down this street, I'm sure, because, New York is crime-ridden with a horror show going on every minute. But why did I come on here? I wanted to tell you about the Seventh Commandment. Verily I say unto you, the Seventh Commandment is a very fine movie. This is a 1960s cheapo that's on YouTube. It's on the Something Wild video channel, which has a lot of crap like this. So it's from 1960. It's black and white. It's very cheap. It's quite dark. It's really a pretty cool noir crime thing, which is, kind of very unusual. It's what goes on is we have a young dude with his other young dude friend who is just graduating from, presumably college. He's not that young, so whatever. So he's graduating from college, and he comes out just after graduation, and he's with this buddy, and there's this blonde in the car, in a convertible right outside. So he's talking to this blonde in the convertible, and we scan down her. She has one of these tight, shimmery dresses on, and hose, and high heels, and she's a blonde, and there's like saxophone music. So you got to watch out for blondes with saxophone music, because then you're in trouble when they go wah, 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 wah. Sexy saxophone. That I didn't do a good sexy saxophone. But, the sexy saxophones, you've heard them in a billion movies before. And so this guy gets in the car with this babe, and they're driving down the highway, and they're, I don't know, were they drunk or something? I guess they were drinking. But not only are they drinking, but they're not paying attention to what's going on, and they're like smooching it up. And he turns his eyes away from the screen and is smooching it up. There's another car accident thing I should tell you about too while I'm here. So they're smooching it up, and they have an accident, of course. And he wakes up after the accident. She's kind of knocked out. She sort of goes, and then he gets out of the car, and I got to go check out the other car. So he goes out and checks the other car, and there's a guy that's all like bloody there, and the door's open, and the guy's kind of slumped forward. We don't see his face or anything. He's all kind of bloody and stuff. So that he then walks off. This is at night. So he then walks off into the little woods there, and I guess goes to sleep, and wakes up sometime later in the morning and stretches. He wakes up in the morning like Rip Van Winkle or something. So he goes up to the road, and there's a weird truck, sort of a big old truck up there that belongs to some kind of road preacher. And so he talks to that guy, and there's all this stuff written on the truck, like repent, and your sins will be washed away, and all this rigmarole of Christianity. So he is staying there talking to the guy, and then the guy starts doing the 26th Psalm or whatever, one of them Psalms. I don't know my Psalms, sorry. I know certain songs, but not Psalms. I mean, actually, Inagata Davida came up on Facebook today. I know that. Inagata Davida, baby. Don't you know that I love... Anyway, it wasn't one of those kind of songs or psalms. It was a poem, P-S-L-A-M, whatever, the Bible stuff, So, they're doing the thing that's supposed to be comforting. He anointeth my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and grace shall watch me all the days of my life, and I shall live in the house of the Lord forever, which sounds to me kind of hellish, but be that as it may, we flap forward in the next scene, and he's preaching on a stage. And this is a cheapo movie, so it looks like they kind of rented a high school theater auditorium to do the stage scene of the church business. So he's preaching. Oh, and then he cures a girl who was in an accident and lost her hearing. So he cures her of her hearing, and then another scene he cures a kid he cures a kid with they can't walk, with crutches. And there's a big dramatic scene as the kid goes across. And so turns out that the woman is not dead. The guy has forgotten everything. What is it called when you forget stuff? See, I forget what you call what it when you get knocked on the head and you forget shit. Anyway, he has that. So he doesn't know what his former life was. He didn't even know what his name is. He just has a ring or something with a TD on it, or TB or whatever. So anyway, the guy thinks, well, maybe he's Tad. So the religious guy. So he's become this big preacher, and they're collecting money to have a children's hospital and save children and all that kind of stuff. And so he's on this great mission. The broad, the sexy blonde, tracks him down. She's living with her boyfriend, and they just basically get drunk all the time. And he goes out and rolls a drunk or whatever to acquire more money to get drunk with. So she ends up blackmailing the dude. I'm not going to tell you exactly what went on, because I really think you ought to watch this movie, and I'll provide the link. It's really quite entertaining noir thing, and I really enjoyed it. It has a couple of flips toward the end, and a very satisfying ending that actually had me laughing out loud. It was so kind of humorous, really. But it was all very dramatic and all very dark. The photography was dark. The girl and her other boyfriend, who's this kind of not really good looking, guy, and he was really well cast. I thought he was really good. He beats her up in a few scenes. So it's really kind of a dark little weird movie, and I thought it was a very satisfying ending. As she keeps trying to blackmail him, she sort of captures him, is going to marry him for his money. All this kind of stuff goes on. So I recommend seeing that. Also, there's a movie called Deja Vu. It's not a movie. It's from a TV series, like a Brit TV series called Shockers, from I guess from 1999, and that's like an hour long, also on YouTube. And I thought that was really very good. It's about a woman who is in an accident with her young son, and he dies, and she wakes up, and it's kind of a mind-bending story with a bunch of things going on, and she keeps kind of waking up from the accident again, and has sort of fantasies about another accident. She goes to a psychic who helps her sort of. I'm outside of a building down here in the Lower East Side there are, I'm on Avenue B now in 4th Street. There's these storefronts, which they're not being able to rent, and they sort of become these galleries for a while. So I'm outside one here, and they have these paintings. Some of them have figures on them. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. I guess that's all I gotta say for now. But, you know, I'll give you the links to these movies, and maybe I'll add some stills along the way when I'm making a little video here if I want to put the effort into it. So this is the 6BC community garden, and they have a book thing here. But there's no books in it. There's just like an art thing there or something. No books. Let's look in the garden. This is kind of one of the nicer gardens. It's not very big. But you know, we can look around a minute. It's kind of wintry now, so there's somebody over there. I don't want to particularly get them in my little video. So yeah, there's like a trellis thing here that's really sort of nice. That was not me coughing, that was somebody else. And it has this building, this 2-story little building, which is pretty cool. So, you know, what the hell. And it's a little community garden. I guess people come in here and do their gardening things. There's a dog over there scratching around. It looks a lot more lush when it's not winter, obviously. And, you know, it's all more like a labyrinth and more hidden and more mysterious that way. This is a little sitting area down there with the table. Let's walk down there and look at it. Little sitting area with a little stone table. I think actually the Flintstones used to live around here, and they built that for their patio outside there. They'd have nice evenings with Fred and Wilma and Barney Rubble and Bam Bam. So yeah, there's like little things here, like this little thingy, which is pretty cool. So anyway, back to my movie reviews.